What's up, fire signs? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We are going to do a little mini sips love tarot for all you fire signs. 3 individual readings, so 1 for each. We're going to go backwards and start with Sagittarius. For those who are returning, welcome back. Thank you for supporting me and my channel here. For those who are new, welcome. I am thrilled to have you. I'm stoked that you wandered upon my channel, or maybe it was referred to you. I do just have to do my general spiel, which is that here on my channel, I do general messages. That means not everything I say will resonate with every fire sign out there. Highly encourage you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, knowing in advance that not everything I say will be your message. You need to use your discernment, your logic, your judgment, and your intuition to only take away the messages that resonate with you, fit your circumstance or scenario, confirm something you wanted or needed to hear. Empowerment is really what I want you to take away here. Never give up your power to a tarot reading, to a tarot reader. That being said, I hope lots of this helps you on your spiritual journey. That's why I'm doing these readings, okay? Everything else about this video will be down in the description box below, including the decks I'm using, my social media, how to get a personal reading, etc. So we're going to hop in. Let's do some love readings. Again, we're going to start with Sagittarius. So what can we tell my Sagittarians? Sagittarius, give me some love messages, please, on what Sagittarius needs to know about their love life. Sagittarius. Couple cards for Sagittarius. I have to vamp while I shuffle your cards. What's good, Sagittarius? How you guys been? I missed you. I hope you're having a good summer or enjoying your time wherever you are, whatever part of the world you're in. I hope this video finds you well. Some of you have very strong Capricorn energy in your chart, or it may indicate that you have a Capricorn interested in you. Someone is willing to put in the effort with you. It's part of your relationship has been struggled or strained, but someone is trying to work through the issues with you, or vice versa if you're dealing, especially with a Capricorn. Lots of Capricorn energy. All right, let's see. 2 more cards. Okay, perfect. All right, so bottom of the deck, you have the Chariot. So this is great. Harley Spencer Tarot. It's the badass tarot. It's Fear and Loathing, if you guys are familiar with that. Maybe the name Johnny Depp. Is that who you're in love with? No. The Chariot is a card of Cancerian energy is what I'm trying to say. The Chariot brings us home. To whom feels like home, or whoever feels like home to us. Traveling across space and distances to meet people, to gather. Maybe you're doing a family reunion or getting together with old friends. Whoever you consider family, it doesn't have to be your bloodline, but your soul tribe. People who make you feel at ease, who make you feel loved, who make you feel welcome. A lot of times the Chariot is kind of the car of tarot. So it could be that you are traveling a distance to go see someone. Ultimately, it is a card of victory. And if we're going to turn it back to us, which is what tarot is about, the individual's spiritual journey, it's about balancing your dark and your light energies. So again, with these cards, I'm saying things have been up and down. Sometimes you're able to work through it with progress and feel like you're accomplishing something great on your spiritual path or with your person. Other times it's a bit of a struggle. Other times there's some bullshit or some burden that gets in the way. And I don't mean to say that unsympathetically, but yeah, you're carrying some stuff around. Really, though, this is coming up in your person's spread. So it could be that your person doesn't know where they fit into your life, Sagittarius, or they're just struggling to move something forward with you. It's more of it's like a labor of love, but it's like, you're the person they love, but I don't know if you're half in, half out, or what the situation is, but we'll look into your cards. Anyway, overall, though, Chariot being the bottom of your deck is very positive, and underneath that is a Page of Pentacles, so extending an offer. Some of you may be hearing from someone, especially because there's a letter in the pocket. I don't know if you have a Scorpio who's reaching out to you via text or written letter. Maybe somebody is professing their love to you in a very romantic, poetic way. If so, a lot of water energy there, particularly Cancer and Scorpio is coming through. But yeah, that's what I mean. So the other bottom of your deck here is a little bit of tough times, a little bit of uncertainty. Sometimes this can be a loss of faith or a loss of hope. The Church is right behind them, though, right? So there is salvation, or however you want to say it. There is hope, but it's behind them. So situational awareness, I'm being called to say. And maybe, yeah, it's like you feel like you've fallen off the map with your person. But the thing is, there's two people here, so you're in it together. You're both feeling this plight, this hardship. So that leads me to believe some of you may be married to this person and you're just going through a difficult time. Maybe it has to do with your finances. Maybe the love is there, but finances or money or whatever is tough. Maybe one of you is suffering with an illness or something and you're trying to push through. There is a dawning of a new day with the Fool. It's very positive. It's very lighthearted. It's optimistic. To me, this is such a Sagittarian energy. So even if you're not feeling that way now, it's saying, I think a lot of my Sagittarians are going to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and power through. All right. So what's on your person's mind? The Devil. So it could be that they are just presenting as a Capricorn here. For those who don't know, this is just simply the card of Capricorn, right? The Devil also has a lot of, other meanings to it, of course. For me as a reader, it typically has to do with what we feel like we are bound to, particularly codependency. Sometimes it can be addiction issues. Sometimes it can just be a workaholic. Maybe this person is so engulfed in their career that you feel like you've been put to the sidelines. Yeah, a lot of you are not taking care of yourself because you miss your person. So there might be a physical distance between you or an emotional distance. It feels like there's some sort of wedge, and it has something to do with this. It might be on your person's part. But I don't know if you're shutting the emotions out and not wanting to deal with them. But the flip side of that is that you do long to be embraced by the family and, the group, potentially be back together with your person. Maybe it's someone you had children with. Maybe this is indicating that you're still dealing with some childhood wounds. But yeah, I mean, Eight of Swords, it's like the mental prison. So you are not wanting to face the truth or confront something that is kind of scary to you, or it could be a multitude of things. But I just saw Six of Cups. So something from your past, it's keeping you stuck. It could be a relationship you feel like it slid through the cracks, or you let go of something, or vice versa. Maybe you felt like someone let go of you, and maybe there was a lot of resentment there, but it's still coming up in your energy. So the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this could absolutely involve a divorce of some kind, or someone saying or doing something in a lower vibration where they're not using kind words, they're not using logic, they're being very kind of stone cold and cutting about their words. That could be you, Sagittarius. Whether you're male or female, you can sometimes be very blunt, right? But again, it could go opposite too. That could be your person who maybe did or said some very harsh things, and I think it broke you. I think it hurt you. It may have had to do with something regarding your physical appearance, or it could be that you've stopped taking care of yourself because of, I don't know if it's a lack of love. That's a very heavy message, or it's just, you got some heartbreak. You're dealing with some stuff personally or on the side. So, but coming up in your person's world is the card, coming up in your person's world. Coming up in their heart is the World card, which to me is such a card of needing liberation, needing freedom, needing to explore other options to travel. So if you guys are at a distance and there's love there, it could just be that, what is that expression? Love spans no bounds, or what I'm not saying very eloquently is that this person wants to travel to see you. But also, let's be very realistic. If there was a lot of pain here, it could just be that this person in their heart, what they need and desire is freedom. So again, that's sort of a mixed message, I understand. Help me get some clarifiers for the main message here for the Sagittarians who are connecting with this so far. What can we tell them? The Devil in reverse and the Chariot again. So you have, I put it back in the deck, but it showed itself. You have the Devil twice. So double Capricorn energy as well as the Chariot, which again is typically Cancerian energy. The Devil is in reverse. So someone is still leaning on codependency or removing themselves from toxic behavior. But I said this in another reading, and it may have actually been Capricorn. You can't heal in the environment that broke you, and that's, I think, exactly what is going on. Someone needs to remove themselves from this relationship. It's not to say there wasn't love there, but something about it turned sour, and I think this person had the epiphany, like, who am I? Who have I become? I need to get away from this energy. And unfortunately, the aftermath of that may have had to do with getting away from you. It's not to say you were the cause of this, right? But you may have contributed to it unknowingly, right? Maybe you were enabling this person's addictions or whatever it was. And again, vice versa. I don't mean to come down hard on you, but this person is trying to kick the habit. What the habit is, that's for them to know, that's for you to decide. But what they wanted initially, they had a change of heart about. And again, there's freedom, there's liberation from, I will say, a darker energy. And that energy is within them, right? It's not saying it's you per se, but again, you may have unknowingly contributed to that. And like, this person may be taking some time to heal themselves. Their outcome is that they're going to focus on their work. They're going to focus on themselves and things they can control. Some of them may be exploring new jobs or just participating in a hobby, a skill, a talent that they really enjoy, because they need to relieve themselves from the burden of whatever was keeping them down, whatever this was or is, right? Not my most sexy romantic cards. Give me one more on this. They're putting something down, and because it is one of your cards, I just gotta be honest, it may have to do with putting down a relationship with you, Sagittarius. Yeah, because you were giving them breadcrumbs. You were just giving them crumbs. You weren't giving them enough. Or vice versa, maybe that's all they could possibly give to you was just little bits of their time and energy, but they weren't fully in this, and it does have to do with their own spiritual journey. So I know that's disappointing, right? But let's look into your cards, what the universe wants you to see about this. Something about this relationship was keeping you in 8 of Swords, and just flat out, that's not a good space to be in. It's not a good headspace. Again, it's the mental prison. It's giving your power up to negative thoughts, to potentially to a negative person, especially if you were dealing with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Not all air signs, right? But I'm saying specifically in this spread, an air sign that was impacting you in a negative way, who was crushing your spirit, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so there's a lot of heavy energy here, guys. I gotta be honest. So coming up in your heart space, potentially love for an Aries, but also self-medicating in order to deal with this, to cope with the difficult emotions. You may have been drinking more or taking even like prescription medications, but there was an abuse of it because you didn't want to be alone. Oh, Sagittarius. Yeah, so you may still have love in your heart for an Aries or a Virgo, but along with that, there's something about every time you get emotionally triggered, again, there's a self-medicating. It doesn't literally have to be drugs or alcohol. You could be medicating with codependency. Does that make sense? I mean, that's exactly what the devil is. You know, a lot of times in tarot, it's not our highest vibration. It's sinking into a state of, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this. I just want to escape. Be really careful about that. Obviously, there's consequences to every choice and every action we make. And at the end of the day, we are all responsible for our own actions. So whenever 8 of Swords or 9 of Swords comes up, that's just always a friendly reminder that tarot is one tool of many to deal with any sort of internal issue. But if it's something much deeper that you're suffering with, Sagittarius, you need to advocate for yourself. And if that at all is your story, you need to seek professional help, medical help, right? And that's not something a tarot reading or a tarot reader can do for you. So, you know where the threshold is and when you're into territory that is above just, spiritual advice or guidance, right? If there's something really wrong, this tarot spread is encouraging you to go seek the proper help for that, right? Some of you are having a spiritual awakening and you're having an epiphany that maybe in the past you haven't dealt with things in a healthier way. And so you may have had a spiritual awakening and you've already come into realization of that. And so some of you may literally be going back to school to help people with counseling, with abuse issues, or encouraging other people on their own spiritual journey, because it seemed like some of my Sagittarius are awakened. They are woke, for lack of a better term. And you're like turning over a new leaf to help those who are suffering, especially doctors, nurses, healers, anything of that sort. It's like absolutely. Charity work. You're reaching out to lend a helping hand to others. Because there was a situation where you were the victim of unkind words or just unkind situations. It's your Queen of Swords. So again, potentially an air sign. It certainly doesn't have to be, though. It forced you to come to terms with some hidden secrets, some skeletons in your closet, something that was existing in your subconscious. It was illuminated in the sunshine, and it's like, once you chose to stare the devil down, to look him in the eye and understand, the devil doesn't have power over you. Your dark and negative thoughts, there's a way to deal with them, right? It's ultimately raising your vibration and putting up a fight, right? You're not just sitting there and taking it. You're going to fight for yourself. You're going to fight for your health. You're going to fight for who or what you love. For some of you, that might be a Pisces. Something about the moon here is important. So again, it could be the shadow self, or it could be returning to issues that stemmed from your childhood, or potentially a soulmate that somewhere along the way you put the wall up with, or vice versa, they put a wall up with you. It forced you to walk away and seek like a higher version of yourself, to come into that King of Cups energy, whether you are male or female, and connect more to your spirituality, and also to whom or what you love. Some of you with the High Priestess and the Hermit, it's like you had to go into, I don't want to say hiding, because it's not so much that, but it's realigning with yourself, realigning your mind, body, spirit, to determine what it is that you truly want, and what, not only what you can do for yourself, but what you're seeking in a healthy romantic relationship. I always get these heavy messages in my Sagittarius reading. And I mean, you guys do have such a spiritual depth to you. I so associate that with Sagittarius. But so yeah, you're ending something. I mean, 10 of Swords, and your person has 10 of Wands. So again, I'm being called to say fire and air. Both of you are relieving yourself the burden of carrying around love-ish, like love for each other, but it did more damage than good. These are not my favorite 10s, right? 10s are the ending of a cycle. Sometimes it's glorious and happy. Other times it's like, shit, that sucked, but I went through it and I came out on the other end, and I'm still here and I'm still alive, and there's a rebirth, right? With the World, yes, it's an ending, it's a graduation, but then ultimately that leads us back to the Fool, right? The zero, the new start, the beginning. Again, a card of Aries. Something about this may have had to do with an Aries, your spiritual awakening. That could have been a friend or a counselor in your life, or it could be a relationship that served you in some manner. You know, whether you're still with that person or not, it's helped you along your spiritual journey. So coming in, yeah, a lot of independence. Again, multiple cards of Virgo for me as a reader. Aries and Virgo and Capricorn and Cancer, I guess, are really strong in this reading as well. Ace of Cups, so probably a new beginning with your Six of Cups. So it could be finding a new soulmate or returning to someone in the past. Just to be very honest, I don't think it's this person who originally came up in your spread, because this person, for a lot of you, it's like Queen of Swords in reverse. It did a lot of damage to your psyche. This person woke you up. In a sense, this person was sent to you on your spiritual path. And I don't mean to be insensitive, because I know a lot of you are saying, well, that was an abusive situation. Why would that, even if it was mental or emotional, it's all the same, right? I mean, it's all a negative energy. But it was sent to you to wake you up, to turn the light on and make you realize, oh shit, like, I'm a valuable person. I'm okay to just be alone. Like, I deserve true love. It woke you up to recognize the love in yourself. And I know that's not what everybody wants to hear, but every zodiac sign has experienced that at some point. So that seems to be the message coming through here for you. You learn to stand on your own 2 feet. You learn to love yourself, to have your, Ace of Cups. The aces start with us. So yes, you may be celebrating, but you may be celebrating X amount of years in recovery and AA and whatever it is, right? Which is not a great card to show this, but I mean, all these cards come up for a reason, right? Addiction issues. I mean, look, right? It's not everybody's story, I know that, but it ends so positively. You're offering apologies to yourself from things that transpired in the past. What are we moving towards? What can I tell my Sagittarians? Optimism. Who's coming in? Capricorn. There might be a new Capricorn coming in. Or again, someone from the past with Six of Cups. This is not someone you hold a grudge against. This is not someone you had hatred for. Unless that was a point or a chapter in your life and you both have done a lot of spiritual development. I'm certainly not guiding you to go back to a toxic person. I couldn't do that, right? But if there has been significant healing in both of your individual past, sure. Six of Cups does talk about people from our past. But this is pure. This is innocent. So for a lot of you, it's someone new in terms of being on a dating scene or being in a romantic relationship with, but it's someone who nurtures you. It's someone who encourages you to love yourself. Some of you may literally be moving back in with a sibling or a best friend, and it's not necessarily, well, especially if it's your sibling, it's not necessarily that there's romantic connection there, but there is soulmate type energy. There is pure love there, if that makes any sense. A lot of you, a Pisces is leaving you, or you're choosing to leave a Pisces because you realized it was a karmic relationship, but it wasn't for the long term. King of Cups in reverse. So yeah, a lot of you may have had to leave a water sign behind, or vice versa. You have 2 cards of Pisces, Knight of Cups and the Moon. So something here is significant with a Pisces. It could go either way, guys. This is a general message. So again, you need to trust your intuition and follow your heart. There's soulmate energy with a Pisces. For some of you, you're going to continue to celebrate your life with the Pisces and move forward. Others of you are deciding, you know, gosh, that was a burden and I learned something in the process, but it wasn't an easy lesson to learn. It forced you to step up and love yourself. All right. Brand new messages for anybody who doesn't relate to that. Let's get 3 more cards for Sagittarius, who, if they are healed and they do love themselves and they are looking for partnership, what can we tell Sagittarius? Cupid's love arrows, moving, travel. You're going to meet someone as you travel. I just heard traveling abroad. In your travels through life, in your journey, yeah, there might be a Libra coming into play here, or potentially marriage, right? Page of Wands and 7 of Wands, so it could be something with a Leo. It could be someone who, there's a significant age difference. You might be significantly younger, or they might. Oop, did I lose my camera here? There we go. All right. Yeah, I mean, I can only spin this in so far. You know, there is a 5 of Pentacles coming up again. So the one you went through a hardship with, either there's an ending or a spiritual awakening. This is the card of Scorpio. Very likely for a lot of you, you're choosing to put an end to something that held you back, that kept you down. For a lot of you, it was a state of mind that you could never be alone. And some of my Sagittarians are recognizing, no, I'm better off investing in myself right now. I'm resetting like my own scales. I'm bringing myself back to equilibrium. And some of you are choosing to put up a guard with someone who did keep you down, who was a strain on your energy. Some of you, it's like you're trying to tap into like that spark, that magic, but feel it in yourself first. Sagittarius, that's what I got for you. I know that's not the message everybody wants to hear, but again, messages of self-love are the most important messages to me, so that's really what's coming through. Yeah, tell me about the Chariot. The Cancer, working on a relationship with a Cancer or a Scorpio, you might be deciding between the two. You may have options. Some of you may have marriage with an Aquarius coming in, or again, a Libra. But yeah, it's a lot of 2s. It's a lot of apprehension, decision, going with it and deciding what's best for you. So, I don't see anything like amazing. But yeah, I mean, keep going down your path. Listen to your heart. Follow your intuition. That's the best I got for you right now, Sagittarius. All right. What can we get for? Let's just take a breath. Should we take a breath? Releasing that energy, right? All right, let's go backwards. We are going to do Leo. Time stamping for Leo. Some of you Leos are dealing with a Sagittarius, so how perfect we are going into my Leo's reading. What's up, Leo? Happy birthday. How's your birthday season treating you? Let's get some cards, some new energy. Let's tap into that Leo energy. Lion Squad. Tell me about Leo's love life, please. Let's get 3 cards for their person. Ace of Cups. Beautiful. New love. Hummingbirds. Are hummingbirds a symbol for you right now? Are you seeing lots of hummingbirds? Do you have a hummingbird tattoo? Do you have a Hummer car, I just heard? Interesting. So some of you have a choice between a Scorpio and possibly a Gemini. This person, you also have Aquarian. You have a lot of major heavy hitters here. You have Scorpio, Gemini, and the Star, which is Aquarius. The Star is about dreams coming true. And especially because I'm saying dreams, a lot of this has to do with things existing or kind of swimming around in your subconscious right now. Deciding who or what it is that you truly want, who you truly want to invest your emotions with. A lot of you are just looking for new love. You're trying to separate ties from the past, something that a karmic relationship that you learned a lot of lessons from but kept you stuck or bound. A lot of you have done a lot of spiritual work on yourself, and now it's like you're trying to present your cup to the world again. Yeah, a lot of you went through a dark night of the soul. It really brought you down to your knees. It illuminated some things inside of you that you decided you wanted to purge and get rid of once and for all. Especially, yeah, a relationship that probably ended in a very difficult manner. It's like you're being awakened to see your true path, your true journey now. A lot of you have a very strong support system with a Gemini or possibly a Scorpio that you haven't seen in years. It could be someone from your childhood, someone from whatever, high school, college. Yeah, there's a very strong connection, especially with a Gemini. And it might be someone who's always been in your life and they've been sort of a constant or key player, but it's never been romantic. Yeah, some of my Leos are sort of being rerouted to revisit a relationship that it's very strong. This person, it's like they got you. Look at that depiction, right? You guys are there. You're in the thick of it, holding each other up, standing strong together. All right, so let's see. So this is your person that you're thinking of, right? And for some of you, that person may not have entered your mind yet or entered your spiritual journey, but Ace of Cups is new. It's pretty new. You have a decent amount of water energy here. I think this person sees you, but I'm not sure if you see them. And so because of that, they don't know where they stand. Again, if this isn't your story right now, it doesn't mean it may not resonate later down the line. But also, if it's not your story, push it aside. Don't take on these messages or this energy. But yeah, I feel like someone is weighing out their options. It's not so much that I think this person wants you. I think this person wants your attention, but you probably have a lot of options, Leo. Boy, does that sound familiar, right? You're the spectacle zodiac sign. You light up the room when you walk in, so you do probably have a lot of romantic suitors. This person has been forced to take a step aside, or they feel like they're always in the back of the room. If metaphorically the room is filled with people wanting to talk to Leo, this person feels like they're on the sidelines, like you don't actually see them, and it actually brings them a lot of pain. It almost feels like they feel a spiritual connection with you, especially a Sagittarius or a Scorp Sag cusper. And it's like in a sense, I'm sort of getting like they've asked Spirit or God, am I supposed to be with Leo? Where is this turning? Or where is this headed? In what direction am I supposed to go? And Spirit is guiding them to love themselves. But they are coming up in your reading for a reason, Leo. So maybe Spirit is trying to get you to see like, you have someone who has very pure love for you, very pure intentions. Again, it could be someone from your childhood or someone you've grown up with. But I don't know. Why are you not facing each other? Why are you not looking at them? Why are you not seeing them? It could be because you were holding out for an Aquarius that turned their back on you and kept you waiting for a long time. They kept you in limbo. And I think optimistically, Leo, you were like, eventually they're going to come in and make that offer. But the offers they're making to you, they're just a page. They're just a child. They might be a little bit immature. It is earth energy, so it's not to say it couldn't evolve and grow into something else. But right now, it's not taking off for me with Five of Swords, clarifying that. So already I can see you have two people coming into your energy. There's the one that you're waiting on that is keeping you waiting. The one that Spirit is like, hey, are we done here yet? Or are we still thinking about the one who's playing head games? For a lot of you, this is going to involve a Libra or a Taurus as well. And I just heard your mother doesn't like them. I don't know if you've disclosed this information to your mother or they've met your mother. I don't know why it's coming through it. And if it's not your mother, it could be a grandmother. It's divine feminine energy. And it could be a spirit guide, right? But they're just like, no, they don't like this person. And rightfully so, they keep you hanging. They're making you false promises that they don't follow through with, or they're breadcrumbing you. They're just giving you little bits to hold on to, but it's messing up your psyche. It's messing up how you feel about yourself and practicing self-love. It seems like you put them up on a pedestal or you put them first, but there's no return on that investment, if that makes sense. Eight of Cups is leaving behind what is emotionally void. So that's one energy. Then you have this other person who remains in the shadows. In like, if you're in the limelight, they're off to the side. This could literally be your assistant or someone who works for you and they put their energy into. It's interesting. It's very, there's a mirror to this. You're putting the limelight on someone else that you love. You put them up on a pedestal. This is what someone else is doing for you, but you don't recognize them. Again, something about a Libra or a Sagittarius is coming through here. So then what does the universe want you to know about this? Page of Wands. Did you take someone's picture or take someone's portrait or paint a picture of them or write a song about them or song lyrics? Is this what they did to you? Potentially years ago, they may have confessed their love to you and you were like, oh, that's cute, but I'm not really interested. You're being called back to that. Some of you have children, and it might be a separation or a divorce or something. something about Spirit is asking you to communicate more with your children, because especially your fire sign child, they have like a good pulse on the situation. They read energy very well. And something about, something about a cusp between Scorpio and Sagittarius. So Scorpio is mid to end October, early November, and then obviously after that is Sagittarius. There's some sort of victory there, and if it doesn't have to do with a cusp sign, and for those who don't know, someone who has a lot of Scorpio and Sag in their chart, or their birthday falls right in between those signs, if it's not that, it's saying you have a choice. Leo showing up in the middle. Don't let your pride and your ego get in the way, especially if you rejected someone from the past and you don't want to crawl back to them and admit that you were wrong, or you made a decision not in a higher vibration, or you just simply changed your mind. Welcome to being a human, right? That's fine. There's choices between a Sagittarius and a Scorpio for some of you, or it almost has to do with the energy within you. So I don't know if you have a rising that is Sag or a moon that's in Scorpio. It's something about the back and forth. Those zodiac signs are very important. If it doesn't have to do with someone you have a crush on or whatever, that may be a significant time in your life. So again, I'm directing you to like end October, early November. It could have been years ago. That could have been when you first met this person, or again, when you're going to meet. Especially with an Ace of Cups, it could be a brand new lover. With the hummingbird, I'm being called to say an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And again, you do have some very strong Gemini going on here. Your child may help you to make a choice. Hopefully they're not making the choice for you. I would like to think that you're empowered enough to listen to your own heart. But if you feel like your child has a very good sense on things and they know what you need and what you like, and obviously like kind of what's best for like the family nook or unit, it may be worthwhile to just chat about it with your child. And again, you will know what's best, right? If that's not a situation that would help you, but maybe you have a child who's a full-grown adult and they were like, Mom, Dad, do you ever keep in touch with so-and-so? Like, I really liked them. Or do you know what I mean? Everybody's situation is complicated, but something about having a conversation with a child, and maybe for some of you, this is just honoring your inner child. What is going to make you happy? Who's going to treat you right? Who's going to help nurture you in your spiritual growth, your spiritual development? Some of you are walking away from a Virgo, or you still have love for a Virgo in your heart. Tell me about the Virgo. You already know, says the High Priestess. Some of you are going to go back to a Virgo, or you're going to ask a Virgo out. And Spirit is saying that could probably work. They are a master communicator. They're good with their words. They'll defend your honor. Yeah, something with a Virgo could be very positive, as well as a Cancer or potentially an Aquarius. And you did have kind of those signs floating in and out earlier. I did see some stuff with an Aquarius, the star. Is the Virgo your wish fulfillment? Is the Cancer your wish fulfillment? Some of you might be getting your wish. And then in your action, there's forward movement with the Knight of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. It certainly doesn't have to be that, but it's someone who has love in their heart and wants to move forward with an offer. Virgo, I just called you Virgo. That for a reason, though. Some of you are making an offer to a Virgo, a King of Pentacles, someone who you see as very responsible, or potentially someone who's very good with their money, someone you consider husband or wifey material. Not to say everybody is interested in marriage. I'm not at all preaching that either way. But yeah, Ten of Cups is indicative of love throughout the years, and someone who has a very solid reputation, someone you could build a future with longevity. You're headed in that direction if that's what you want, right? If you're looking for long-term commitment, there's going to be apologies as well as small bits of flirtation to relieve yourself of some mental energy, mental baggage you've been carrying around. It's like you kind of need to clear the air with someone. And yeah, for a lot of you, it could be new love, but you may be returning to someone from the past that you may have overlooked. That's really the main message coming through here. So, all right, Leo, not a bad message at all. It's actually very hopeful at the end. I am being called to say, don't let your pride and ego get in the way, right? That's important. All right. Leo, let's hop over to my Aries babes. Let's cap it off with some messages for Aries. Tell me about Aries love life. What up, Aries? How you guys doing? Are you enjoying this fiery energy of Leo season? There's you. Someone's looking at you. Your person's looking at you. All right. Let's get a couple more for Aries. Aries. Robert Downey Jr. style. He's an Aries. I don't know why I was called to say that, but maybe that's someone's name. Robert. Aries. What's up, Aries? What are we going to do? Tell me about Aries' love life. One more card. Ooh, we're ending with fives. I don't love that. And you got a tower with a marriage with a Libra. Let's see. Let's see what's up. So your person is hopeful or wanting to escape. The Fool can be a lot of different things, but it is the start. It's a new beginning. Usually it's very lighthearted. It's optimistic. This Fool, though, it feels like they've been through a lot, and so they made it out to the other end, right? They went through maybe a dark night of the soul, but they are kind of looking for signs from the universe that they're on the right track. Maybe that sign from the universe is you coming in to usher some sort of peace offering. This person may be a Virgo. It could be someone that you had a lot of, it could be another Aries or an Aquarius as well. It could be someone that you've had a tumultuous relationship with, lots of arguing and fights. If that's the case, I think you guys are going to make peace and either go your separate ways or make peace and try and come back together again. For others of you, this person is literally brand new and you haven't met them yet, and their epiphany is you coming in and I don't want to say rescuing them because I don't really believe in that. I think we all need to be able to rescue ourselves, and certainly people come in and out of our life for support and moral guidance and all that kind of stuff, but their epiphany may be that you're the one, and for some of you it's like you were there constant. You were there the whole time, they just didn't see you that way. And yet for the tower has a lot of different connotations as well, but for a lot of you this kind of feels like they became awakened to the fact that they may actually want to be with you. But if that's the case, they're concerned that you've already moved on to someone else, potentially a Scorpio or a Virgo. All right. So this person has quite a conundrum then, don't they? Should they try and proceed forward with you? Should they try and fix what went wrong? Should they swallow their pride and admit that maybe they let you go and they shouldn't have? Or do they, in a sense, it's like, do they honor your wishes to be with someone else and try and find their own person or a new person now? But they're very conflicted because you are their wish, but they know that they let you down. Really, Aries? I get the same message for you every single time. The details change slightly, but it's, oh my goodness, every time I get this message for you. All right, Spirit, help me out here. Let's get some solid messages for my Aries, the collective. Yeah, some of them may have even bought a piece of jewelry. I don't know if they're trying to win you back with money, or I don't really sense that. It's almost like they're trying to bring justice to the situation and make it right. And for some reason, their apology comes with some sort of object. You know, I don't know if it's a diamond ring. It doesn't have to be, but or they're returning something to you that belonged to you that maybe they had for a long time, and they're almost using that as an excuse to open the door to the past and be like, hey, I still have that box of your stuff. Do you want me to drop it off? And in which case, I got to be honest, I think they're going to come into your life and spill it all. They're going to spill the tea, right? The intuitive teacup, spilling the tea. And the tea is that you are still their wish. You're their hope. They pray a lot and ask for advice or divine guidance on how to make this situation right. Because they're lost in their head without you. They don't know what to do without you. It might be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. They're just trying to get their head above water. They may be in financial debt or struggling with their finances. That could have been a point of argument between the two of you, but it's like they're trying to get themselves straight. They could have also had struggles with drinking or any sort of addiction issues. I do think they've gotten their head above water. Some of them have straightened themselves out entirely, but now it's like the last step is trying to fix it with you. And the thing is, this person actually does have other romantic options or people who are interested in them, and yet their attention always goes back to you. Even if you haven't spoken in years, there is something about clearing their karma or clearing their justice, bringing truth to the matter, and I don't know if it's extending an offer or an apology, but they think about it. They want to fly in and say something, but they're restraining themselves. They're holding themselves back, and maybe it's because you're already married. You know, maybe you found your person and they see it on social media, or maybe they just kind of know intuitively that you're not where they are. Yeah, so here's the thing. This is nothing to fear. I don't do fear-based readings. This person will probably reach out to you via text. They may call you. I don't think they're just going to show up. Even if they did, I think you would disregard it or you would ask them to leave. But it does stir up a lot of the same feelings. And I'm not saying that it's like, oh, dreamy romance. For some of you, it might be. But you both are conflicted about how to deal with this. Because someone felt like they got the short end of the stick. Someone felt abandoned. Someone feels like they got put through a hardship because of their person, possibly their addiction issues. I do think for a majority of you, your person has done a lot of healing. They've had like a spiritual epiphany or an awakening, particularly a Taurus or a Libra. I think in your heart of hearts, Aries, and again, I'm just speaking for what's coming up in the reading. This isn't everyone. In your heart of hearts, you would like to bring harmony to the situation and put it to rest once and for all. For most of you, you've already freed yourself from this person, from this relationship. But if they were to come back, I think you would, maybe not immediately, but I think you would welcome the idea of putting the past in the past and do you know what I mean? Moving on with your life. I don't necessarily see this as a reunion that's full of passion. I'm really not getting that. But I actually think it would relieve you of mental baggage or any type of baggage that you're still holding on to. As much as you may not want to admit it because you don't want to be associated with that time of your life anymore. It's almost like spirit may bring this person back, like your angel guides may bring this person back to help you recognize your strength and your courage, and that in a sense, it's like this person really needed you when they were at their lowest of lows, and I think you did as much as you could, but ultimately it was a gift for yourself to set yourself free from the burden or whatever they brought to their life. What I'm saying is, this was a karmic partnership that taught empowerment to you, Aries. Especially if you had strong Virgo in your chart, this may have been a situation where you were a bit of a pushover. You weren't being that headstrong ram, right? You were kind of letting people push you around a little bit, and yeah, it taught you that you had to distance yourself from this person or these people, whatever it is, to get the greater perspective. But yeah, a lot of you are choosing to start new with love. Some of you have met someone else since this person, and there's talk of marriage or engagement rings or just a commitment. Yeah, because there's other things to celebrate in your life, whether you view this situation as a reason to rejoice and be happy that you have a connection again, or for others of you, again, it's just putting it to rest, like, hey, you're sorry, I'm sorry, we met each other, it happened, but we're good now. For a lot of you, that's the message. Others of you have a new Aquarius coming into your life, or possibly a Capricorn. You may meet them at a social event, or through mutual friends, or through job networking. There'll be reasons to celebrate together because, yeah, you're going to end up either traveling with them or possibly building a world together. For some of you, it's a Sagittarius. And for some of you, that's your person returning from the past who really did have addiction issues. Something brought them down to their lowest of lows, and you have to understand it wasn't your job to save them. You know, encourage them, support them, yes, but it's like they had to learn to save themselves. So your ultimate lesson in this is don't enable that behavior, right? Don't just be the bystander and watch it. A lot of you may have forced this person to seek help for their problem, and then you kind of had to cut ties and walk away. In spirit, in a sense, it's like they're rewarding you for your nobility. King of Swords, yeah, you have Aquarius. A lot of Aquarius or possibly Gemini or Libra energy coming into you. But yeah, for most of you, it's a brand new start. It's a brand new beginning. Because I don't think a lot of you are looking to reconcile with this person. If anything, it's like a gift that the universe gives you. Resolution. Or what is it? I guess it is sort of resolution. There's another word I'm looking for, but when something feels unfinished, something about this comes around where it allows you to make peace with the situation, so you're not trying to like grip it and force it to fit into like this mysterious puzzle piece in your life. Like, why did that happen and why me? Some situation happens. Someone may write you a letter or reach out to you from years ago, and I am sort of getting like, you know, thanks for what you did for me. Like, I appreciate you. Even if it was just like a friendship. That's sort of what's coming through. Interesting. My fire signs did not get a lot of sexy, romantic, passionate messages this week. Some of the water sign readings were tricky too. So anyway, it's collective energy, guys. So know that you're not the only one going through it. I do weekly love readings for the most part. So if this wasn't your reading, don't take on that energy. For those who did need to hear this, I hope it helped in some way. But yeah, I can't force messages of, oh, they have a crush on you, and this when it doesn't come through the readings. It has to feel organic and authentic to me, and like. This week in particular, well, I mean, we just had the Aquarius full moon, which is all about like aligning with our authenticity and our true self. It's not this like, oh, cutesy, let's go out and be romantic. It's not. It's about who are we and what do we really want to build in our lives. So that's sort of the messages I got for you guys. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what resonates. I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.